Welcome, everyone, to Tucson, Arizona. Arizona Stadium with this red and blue crowd ready to bear down with their Wildcats. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Iowa Hawkeyes taking on the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. With a fresh set of downs. Here's the give off the left side. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Rich. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Off to the races to the right. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He'll call for the fair catch here. First down here for the offense. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
Snap it to the back. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. He wants to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Now 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Day. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
defense were always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Complete in the middle. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an
And the pass hits, picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. And a tremendous return will be stopped at the 28-yard line. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
Fires to the wideout. Got it! Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Great spot to attack there. Right off the turnover, try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
To the air. It's Rich. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Iowa. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Sims. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I love the start for this quarterback on 3rd down. 3rd down, obviously money down, got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the 1st down.
Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Arizona runs out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job.
He's off to the races. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, it's Rich. Fires to the right. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Slips through the line. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Wants to go up top. They're trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A lot of times when that ball's coming out, you can tell the offensive linemen want to get those defensive linemen's hands down. They want to hit them, engage on them. Great job by the defensive end, getting his hands up in the air and getting the deflection.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Offense set on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw in the double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up in the double coverage.
Throws for the tight end. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up with an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They try to pop a run on the draw. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Iowa 14, Arizona 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. With jet sweep pass. Headed to the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Arizona.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Toledo is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over the Sharks. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lets it fly. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Wants to throw. It's Rich. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the back. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Hawkeyes with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. Hand off from the shotgun. Finally run out of of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They try to get it outside on the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense? Scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football and creating a negative play.
To the air, it's Rich. Hit as he throws. Ball in the air, intercepted. Got room on the return. The 40. The 30. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Down to the 12-yard line. It's first down.
42 Spider.
He leaves it with the back. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9.
Brings up second down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Might as well stick with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal.
Number 93 on the field goal.
He got it. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Will take over first and 10.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
See if they can get the edge on the jet sweep. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Let me tell you something. When that guy goes in motion, alert, alert. He's a burner. I have to be 100% locked in and understand they can give him the football and he can burn. Great job by the defense being locked in on their keys and knowing that could be a possibility.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Rich. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Sims. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. From the 30-yard line on first down. He's looking to throw it. Moves away as he feels pressure. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him to get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
This offense has a second down play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field.
And that's in Arizona.
The Wildcats have it with a first and goal. Quarterback checking the play. Back to pass, it's Day. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the point after is good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
First and 10.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And after the loss on that last one, an all-important second down play from the 12. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement, and they're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Gonna let it fly. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. That one will find its way out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good.
Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wildcats! Once he got loose, it was all over. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. South Alabama is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by a field goal over North Texas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Unloads to the right. He makes the catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll line up for a second down play. To the air, it's Rich. Throws to the tight end. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, 2 biggest things are you've got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those 2 things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Day. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it, can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
Setting up the screen. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
And that's in Arizona.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Hawkeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fair catch called for and made. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
At the 35, he's open. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
That's reeled in. It's Marks. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick six. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Looking to pass. It's Day. Pressure coming. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
On third down, he drops to throw. Complete to the right. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Rich. He looks that one in nicely. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Hawkeyes want to crank the tempo. Going up top on first down. Spits it out to the back. He's got it. He's brought down solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Here comes the offense on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Big loss on the last play, threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Unloads to the wideout. Got it.
And for quarterbacks, corner routes can sometimes be some of the harder throws to complete. So you can see this quarterback has really worked time and again in practice and throughout his career trying to perfect his accuracy on these difficult throws.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Looking for daylight from inside his 20. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Looking downfield, it's Day. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Out of the gun to give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Yeah, and this quarterback's got to know that this isn't practice. This isn't back with his QB guru. He's not trying to throw around brooms or around big bags. That is an arm attached to a body that bench presses 500 pounds. He's got to do better.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll try to pop the draw. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Now they'll run the draw. Nice move to keep moving. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Let's it fly. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
1st down for the offense. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Arizona 41, Iowa 21.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Going over the top. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incomplete.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Hawkeyes are in the hurry-up.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in. Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, this guy must feel like he's running into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in fourth.
Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Throwing right. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Hawkeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Scanning the field, it's Rich. Touchdown, Iowa! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Getting set for the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point.
That makes the score Arizona 41, Iowa 28.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick it off.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's going to run it. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, scrambles, gets a 1st down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
The give on the inside. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 50. First down.
Arizona.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will?
Got a lot of running room. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Looking downfield, it's Day. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. USC looks like a legit title contender right now. That offense is just having its way. They're up by 17 over Kennesaw State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. He'll start this drive firing. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Shoots it to the left. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, we know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Now on 2nd down. He'll just keep slinging it. He's got him this time. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Hawkeyes in the hurry up. Dropping back, it's Rich. Pocket starts to collapse. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. We've reached... Warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete downfield. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Fires into the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got to strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you can try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in this one.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
Oh, look out! He's inside the 40. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. And now on second down for this offense. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses that evolved so much. They